advocacy, community, education, resources, rewards. Learn more at thervadvisor.com.
Little birdie told me I need RV advice.
Get information straight from the horse's mouth.
Little birdie told me I need RV advice.
It's Just Ask GiGi with GiGi Stetler and Tom Alexander. Now here's GiGi and Tom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Just Ask GiGi. My name's Tom Alexander, and of course, there she is, the star of the show. Hey, GiGi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's been, as always, a little crazy busy, and here in South Florida, we're most certainly, in the heart of the rainy season. So it's just, you just never know what you're going to swim through to get to work, I guess is the best way to say it. It's but lots going on. I know that you had some newbies on the lot.
Always.
And you shared some very valuable information with them. Why don't you share that with us?
Well, I just thought it was interesting. We have so many newbies, every day customers. But I yesterday I came across a mother and son, and I think the son was about to leave home, and had dreams of cruising around and stuff, and looked like mommy was going to fund it possibly. They pulled up in a nice car, and anyway, it was just interesting that, and I just picked them, and I decided to do a show about it, so I instantly put them on the spot, which you'll see in a little bit. But when I first talked to them for the first 15-20 minutes, when I first talked to them, I started thinking, and it's like, it was amazing. They really thought they knew what they wanted. They were ready to buy. The mom was practically ready to hand me a credit card or fill out a credit application or whatever it took, because they know that there's a boom in the market, and inventory is sparse. So, and I started to think about it. I was like, if I was that salesman, which most dealerships are, you would sell them exactly what they wanted. That's not what they needed. They have no idea what they needed, but if they ask me for something, or normally at a particular dealership, they ask, come in and say, I want to buy a motorhome and I want this, they're going to sell you a motorhome. They don't talk to you to find out what you're going to do with it and how much time you're going to spend in it, and your whole plan of what you're going to do with this RV. Nobody ever asked that. So it's custom for us to do that. So anyway, they had not been anywhere yet. So I just started talking to them, and I realized that, oh my God, I could sell this family anything I want right now. So anyway, I thought I would film them. And so I called Haiti quickly to come over, and we kind of started. We didn't start from scratch, but we started, which you'll see. We just started, basically at the point where, what he kind of was looking for. And, but we didn't film the part about how eager he was to buy and ready to buy kind of thing. So, but anyway, I just thought, let me film this. And I'm sure that many of you, after watching this, and possibly did buy that RV, like these people are probably wondering and thinking to themselves, they may have bought the wrong one, or they may have bought the wrong thing, or bought the wrong person, or whatever. So,
right.
So anyway, so I thought, this is interesting. Let me, let's film this. And so before people run out and ask those same things or say those same things and leave themselves so vulnerable, to a dealer or salesman, let's give them a little inside advice.
A little bit of insight on it, and let's take a look right now.
Hi everyone. So I thought we'd do something different today. It's been so long since I've been outside, and it feels so good. And imagine that it's not raining at the moment, although it's about to. Anyway, I thought I would bring to life actually real-time customers coming into the dealership, newbies, with dreams and wish list, dreams, all that kind of stuff. So I just thought it would be, interesting to kind of see exactly what you may be in store for, or what is supposed to happen, things like that. So nice couple over here. Actually, I think it's mom and son. But I'm gonna go introduce myself and let's see what they're up to. Hey, babe, follow me. Oh, and Jared's here. This is awesome. Hi. Jared, I don't know if anybody's met Jared. This is my son, Jared.
Nice to meet you.
Lucas, right? There's
Hello.
Lucas and Tony. So mother and son, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for a motorhome, but I've been looking online, and frankly, being a newbie to this world, I have no idea what to look for. So, any chance you could help point me in the right direction?
That's awesome that you're actually asking, because most people are set in something even though they have no idea what they're looking for. So you say motorhome, like one you drive? Is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, an RV.
And what are your plans? Are you going cross country or just a
Probably
weekend?
cross country or maybe up north, who knows. Most likely a cross country trip.
He also has a
Full-time?
friend that lives in Idaho, and the idea is to be able to just hang out, have his own place while he's there.
Living full time or like just a weekend kind of?
Probably a couple of days a week, maybe. So, yeah, full time. Yeah, full time.
But full time, so that's going to be sort of your residence for a bit.
Yes.
So, you ever thought about maybe towing something with a truck and trailer?
I
think
we
don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I haven't really been able to look it up yet because I don't exactly know which areas to look into.
Okay, so the difference, the pros and cons of both. So an RV sounds great. You get in it, and the old commercials, when back in the day when they were selling Winnebagos, and they'd say, oh, get a Winnebago, and you could, while you're driving down the road, you can make lunch, you could use the bathroom, you can go to the refrigerator. So what did the old man do? He got up while he was driving down the highway, and he went and made himself a sandwich and went in a ditch. So,
No.
I mean, it's kind of a joke, but it's like the lady that spilled the hot coffee on her at McDonald's and sued McDonald's. Heavy set people sue the fork company because they put too much on their fork. Kind of crazy stuff. But anyway, so anyway, you're not that self-contained, so it's not automatic pilot. But the thing is, on a motorhome, yeah, that all sounds great that you can do all of those things while you're inside the vehicle, but when you get to where you're going, let's say you want to visit somebody in Idaho and now you want to go sightseeing, what are you going to do? You got to take the RV with you. You got to go to the store. You got to take the RV with you. So
maybe the idea is hitching it to something so that you can be stationary or travel with it, right?
exactly.
Does
So you
make
have a
sense.
tow vehicle. The other thing, especially if you're going to full-time for a while, the worst thing, if you do have something motorized, a motorhome, and you have an engine problem, and it ends up getting carted off to Chevy or Ford or whatever chassis it's on, guess what? There goes your home.
Yeah.
So we have a great roadside assistance plan, which whether you buy our plan or any plan, you must have roadside assistance on no matter what you have. Because let's say if you have a truck and trailer, and let's say the engine fails in your truck while you're towing, the good thing is that roadside assistance will come with 2 tow trucks. One will take your truck to the repair facility, and the other one will take the camper to the nearest campground. So you can continue and have a nice place to sleep. So those are the pros of having 2 separate vehicles. And your insurance would be less, your maintenance is less because of truck. And you probably, if you have a small car, you can trade that in for a truck or get something that you can tow. So that's kind of my thought of,
Which way to go?
Yeah.
And then there's on the other hand, those big and sexy RVs, and he's a musician, and getting out on the road with like a band. Is it still just as doable with like a?
Well, I mean, if you want to get into something fancy like that, which is Rockstar buses, but you got to be prepared. Pull a car. You're going to have to pull a car, and you also got to think about your budget. So the first thing you need to do is put a plan together and a budget, because if your budget is under $100,000 for a complete package, you need to stay away from motorized. Because you're going to either end up with something in today's market, something extremely older.
Okay.
And then you're looking at something with a lot of miles and, possible issues and stuff like that. So if you have an unlimited budget, then a Rockstar bus and a tow vehicle and a whole bunch of drivers and a whole bunch of TV, will help you,
I think you're still better off hitching and
and like I said, it's when I talk to a newbie customer, and a lot of dealers, what they do when you walk on the lot and you don't know what you want, just like you asked me for a motorhome, I would never take you to a trailer. I mean, not me. Another dealer would never take you to a trailer and change your mind. They'd be over there looking at those vehicles, and you'd be driving off the lot with a motorhome.
it's something that you can't afford.
It's something either you can't afford or it's not practical and it doesn't work for you. A dealer's job and a salesman's job is to sell what they have on the lot, and the first thing you ask for. Their job is not to change your mind. Okay, so I'm a little unusual, and I do wear two hats. We are at my personal dealership, so yes, I want to sell you an RV, but I also, this show is for the RV Advisor, and I would like to advise you on what to buy. So even if you don't buy from me, hire me, so that I can make sure that wherever you purchase and where you purchase it, you get what you bargained for. I help you negotiate it. I will make sure, I will do everything I can do, check the VIN number and make sure the negotiations go smoothly, and read the contract for you to make sure there's no funny business in the contract, because these contracts now, when you buy stuff, most deposits are non-refundable. And 90% of people don't read the contract. They don't read the back, they don't read page 2, they don't read page 3. So anyway, so I wear two hats, like I said. So I'm gonna put my salesman hat back on, and I know we toured earlier, so out of all the units you saw, what are your thoughts now?
To be honest, there is one that I kind of have that's been kind of catching my eye, and it's a bit over to the left here.
Let's go have a look.
Here.
The fifth wheel, probably, right? What I tell my customers is to get a pad and paper and write notes of all the things that you have to have, the have-to-haves, and then, and the stuff you could do without, or you could make do, or you can improvise, or it's not, not that important. And then from there, we start to narrow down the list, and I always recommend, even when somebody comes here, to rent it first. You've never experienced it. So RV Share, one of our partners, go on, get a discount, and go on the RV Advisor website and go to RV Share, and they're great. Like it's peer-to-peer. It's just like Airbnb for RVs.
Okay.
So the good thing is that you just put in the zip code of where you want to pick up, and the good thing with that is that you literally, let's say you want to try a motorhome first. So you drive that. You rent that for 3 or 4 days. Then you want to try a bumper pull. Then you want to try a fifth wheel. So you can rent, pretty much try out all of these things to see, wow, can I live without a vehicle if I take a motorhome? Can I, do I want to drive around in a pickup truck, or maybe just an SUV and a smaller camper? So those are the things, to rent and to try to process of elimination, they're calling it, makes the most sense, because you really shouldn't be in the buying stage to walk out of here with an RV today. Some high pressure dealerships, you would already be halfway out the driveway right now.
Right. It's
so
impulsive buying.
it is. It is, and people are not realizing that. They do when they look at their paperwork, but it's it is the second most expensive purchase you'll probably ever make in your life, next to your home. You know, and some of these RVs are more than your home. You know, so you really have to, you know, really kind of know what you're doing. But the first RV you buy is not going to be your last RV, because you're most likely going to love the concept and know, okay, my second RV, I know that I want my bed on this side, or I want the bathroom over here, or I need more counter space in the kitchen, or what, a rear kitchen, or better windows, whatever. You know, you never know until after you've been in it and lived it and stuff like that. So don't go crazy and don't spend too much money on your very first RV, because it's not going to be your last, because you're going to make a mistake. It's just, you know, I wouldn't call it a mistake if you buy it right, but, you know, if you do the right thing.
Let's say you do buy it right. How long does this last in your life?
Well, if you take care of it, I mean, I still have, get out of your blind, I still have campers on my rental fleet that I've had since 2005.
Okay.
Still renting, because I take care of them.
Right.
You know, so people don't take care of them. That's, you know, a big thing. They don't maintain them, and all they need is to be caulked and sealed and cleaned, and just like you would caulk the windows in your house, you know. These are, you know, they go down the road, bumping up and down the road, shaking, you know, seals loose and things like that. So if you do the maintenance on it, it'll last you forever. The inside will wear out before, you know, just wear and tear, but if you take care of it, it'll last you forever. There's no reason, you know. And today's market right now, unfortunately, it's a seller's market, because there's no inventory. It's hard to negotiate right now. It's really hard, because it's just, you know, I was listening to some dealers, kind of being sarcastic, and I saw it on someone's YouTube channel, and it's like, you got to be an idiot to not sell an RV in the market, in today's market. Like, sales were talking about each other, like, so, which kind of means that, you know, they're like order takers now. They're not salesmen. Dealers are starving for staff.
And this was all from the pandemic?
You know, I mean, a new generation was kind of born, but during COVID, like when we were all shut down, you know, March, April, but I had a feeling, and I reached out to my factory reps. I told friends. I said, hang on. I said, the industry's going to boom. I said, be ready. I placed orders back then. And of course the factories were shut down as well, but nobody believed me. People were, like, dealers were grabbing cash and like running for the hills, and, you know, a lot didn't survive, and they didn't think that it would
bounce back.
It would thrive, and here we are a year later and can't keep up with demand. So yeah, yes, pandemic, because back last year there was no other way to travel. You know, there was no airplanes. You were not gonna, you know, and here in Florida we have so many snowbirds. They had to get home. They weren't flying. Older people. I have more older people that bought small campers just for transportation to get home and have their own bathroom. You know, it's so fun to talk to newbies. I really have a good time. You know, kind of. I hate to say that I like change their mind, but at least give them ideas and thoughts and stuff like that. So, you know, to all you newbies out there, you know, go to the dealers when you're going and tell them you don't know what you want. Don't say, I want a motorhome, or because whatever you think you want may not necessarily be what you need. So, but if you tell them I want, you're going to own it. So, you know, just, and if they don't ask you those kind of questions like I asked them, volunteer those questions. Tell them what your plan is. Tell them what you're going to do with it. How much time you're going to spend with them. Some manufacturers will tell you that it is not designed for full-time living. So if you're planning on living in it full-time, you either tell the dealer the truth that you're living in it full-time and make them put it in writing that they know that you're living in it full-time, so it does not void your warranty, and that they figure out how to take care of your service on site. So that's really important. So make sure you disclose to the dealer exactly what your purpose is. If you're going to work out of it or whatever you're going to do, you tell them. And if you get a salesman that is not knowledgeable, request another salesman, because you need knowledge. Or leave that dealership and go to another one. Or find me and I'll help you. but something. But don't just tell them what you want and drive away with something that you have no idea what you're doing. Let's go say goodbye to those nice Tony and Lucas, and we'll see what they've decided. And hopefully they've decided to rent a couple of units to give that a try. Guys, I've got to run, and I hope that you enjoyed your tour, and I hope that you don't have an absolute decision right today, but
No clue.
good. So you're gonna rent, I hope.
Yes.
Rent one of each. You know, rent a couple of different models. Like I said, RV share. It's great. Just put in the zip code of where you want to pick it up. And if you don't have a tow truck right now, you can have them deliver something to a local campsite and live in it and just feel it. You know.
Okay.
Just feel it out. And then I'll see you back here when you have a little more, you know,
Sense of
idea.
what we want, yeah.
Yeah, because I said I'd love to take your money today, and I probably could have, but
Thank you.
but that's not what I do. I've been doing this for 36 years, so that's not what I do. We take first-time buyers' money. So anyway, it's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
I either hope to see you back here or hope you hire me GPS or whatever it takes. But get on the road and be happy campers.
Thank you.
Thank
Till
you.
next time.
Thank you.
There you go. Very helpful. And it's kind of good to have a little bit of a bird's eye view on how all that works. And you know, particularly when you're a newbie and you're kind of flying in you're parachuting into the situation and you're like, wait a minute, what, where, how? You know, it's good to have a little bit of, you know, first of all, it's good to know that you're not the only one, number one, right? You can see that other folks have the same questions and concerns and curiosity. So that's always good. So very helpful, very helpful.
Very true. But you know, most you know, other dealers are watching or salesmen, people think I'm totally crazy that I literally let those people off the lot, didn't sell them anything, and you know, sent them off to RV Share, one of our partners. I sent them off to RV Share to go rent something, you know, rent a couple of vehicles to try it out, to you know, to kind of get an idea of what you're exactly may need or may want, you know. So anyway, I thought, you know, and most of the time we've been doing that for 30 something years, sending people, not taking their money right away and sending them away. And I would probably say a very large percentage of those customers have always come back and bought from us. You know, so
That's terrific. That's you know, it's like, what is it? Macy's sending everybody to Gimbals, right? Miracle on 34th Street. All right, boy, now I'm really dating myself now. All right. That's a long time ago. That's even before I was around, but we all grew up with that movie. Anyway, let's come back down to earth, Tom. We've got questions. we've got questions, and we're gonna do that right here on Just Ask Gigi. She's Gigi Stetler. I'm Tom Alexander. Back in a moment.
The RV Advisor was created for you to protect your rights as an RV enthusiast and arm you with the knowledge to navigate the complex RV industry. There's strength in numbers, and that's why we've built a nationwide network of RV owners, empowering you with the advice you can trust at RVadvisor.com.
We are back on Just Ask Gigi. Along with Gigi Stetler, I'm Tom Alexander. And Gigi, a couple of questions for you. Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. This is from Harlan. Harlan writes, do you see RVing taking hold more overseas? I got transferred to a job in Portugal.
wow.
And was thinking about a travel trailer, I guess, as a way of living as opposed to a hotel or a apartment or condo or whatever's available. that's brick and mortar, an RV. What do you see the industry doing overseas in Europe, and I guess Portugal in particular? Not that you would know Portugal, but Europe in general.
Interesting that in the last month or so, I've had a lot of activity, Europeans coming over and sniffing around to kind of get ideas on possibly, they're talking to me in very manufacturer type language. So it sounds like they're coming over here trying to get ideas of how to manufacture them over there. So I do think that that's sparking. I have had interest in countries like Israel, and actually some Turkish people reached out to me, and actually came over, met with me, and showed me a product that they're manufacturing in Turkey to bring over here, which is incredible. Expandable RVs this way was quite incredible. So I think that they are getting the idea of RVing. It's big in South America. We do a lot of exports in Chile. We do have, quite a bit going on there. And St. Thomas and some of the islands. So Bahamas, I shipped many RVs over there during the storm.
Yeah.
But they've also have been, RVing in certain islands. So I, in Portugal, there's a couple of rules that I do know, that you can't be more than 8 feet wide on a lot of the European countries over there. And some of the RV motorized ones are 103 inches wide, which are 3 inches too wide. So make sure that you check your specifications and stuff. And of course, the wiring, it's 220 over there. So there's some conversions that you have to do if you do take one from here and bring it there. But shipping is probably quite high.
Very interesting. Thank you, Harlan, for that question. I can honestly say we've never had that question on the show before. And good luck with the big, with the big move. That's huge. We have a question from Troy. Troy writes, just had our electrical system overhauled. We have a big trip planned. If we got stuck in the middle of nowhere and we lost power, what's the next move? It's wow. If you're, imagine being out in the middle of nowhere and then suddenly, everything just.
Wow. Roadside assistance?
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Well, I mean,
I'm for some reason I'm getting a sense that he's had some electrical issues before, some issues with this unit before. As he said, he just had it overhauled. So maybe he's a little concerned about
if
something
you're
going wrong again.
An RV Advisor member, you do get, mobile technical advice. So you can reach out to us, and we can put a technician on the phone. Having wiring issues are normally a failure of a component, most likely, and you could lose 12 volt, but you still have 110, or 110 and you lose 12 volt. If your generator is running, if you have a generator and it's running and no power is going into the coach, then most likely your transfer switch had gone. So there's a lot of troubleshooting that we could do to try to narrow down what your true problem is. But I would bring a backup generator, if you think you're going to have those kind of issues. And I don't know if you're towing or if it's motorized or whatever, but you carry a 4,000 watt generator, that'll at least run one air conditioner.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Troy. And thank you, Harlan, for your questions. And if you want to get your question answered right here on Just Ask Gigi, very simple. Just send it to info@thervadvisor.com. That's info@thervadvisor.com. And in the subject line, just put JAG or Just Ask Gigi. And we'll do our very best to get your question answered right here on the show. We'll wrap things up. Yeah, we'll wrap things up when we come back from this break. She's Gigi Settler. I'm Tom Alexander, back in a moment. Here's the world's only permanent jack pad. RV snap pads attach permanently to your RV leveling jacks. Let them know what kind of rig you have, and the perfect set of snap pads await. To learn more, visit rvsnappad.com. Wrapping things up now on Just Ask Gigi, along with Gigi Stetler. I'm Tom Alexander, and I know the social site is near and dear to your heart, Gigi. You know, getting my profile all in tip-top condition, not only for you, but for anyone else who wants to see just what the heck it is I do with my spare time. like that's just, you know, that's just spine-tingling information. No, look, all kidding. Listen, yeah, that's right. We are on Facebook. All kidding aside, this is going to be the go-to for folks that are in the RV community and want to have a cool social site specifically for you. It's not Facebook where it's everything else. It's RVing. So a really cool social site.
Well, it's RVers, not so much RVing, but it's RVers.
Right. The whole, yeah, all of it. Yeah.
Like, but also our professional page, a professional membership. So instead of if you're a professional of some sort, instead of purchasing a regular membership, 1, 3, or 5 year membership, you can purchase a professional membership. And what that does is it basically, we want to promote small businesses, because small business, we want to promote small businesses, want to give you the opportunity. I believe it's $169 a year for a professional page. And we want to give you the opportunity to get out front and center to our members, because our members are going to want to do business with members. So if you sell real estate or dog grooming or whatever it is you do, set up a professional membership so that members can, thumb through and, do business with a member. So you'll have a storefront, goes directly to your site. All the purchases, all your information and pricing and all of that, it's confidential. Basically, we're giving you a storefront is what we're giving you for that price. And the opportunity for our thousands and thousands and thousands of members to view your professional site, kind of a borderline between LinkedIn and Alignable, when you can network with other biz to biz or biz to consumers, so anyway, I think that's so exciting. And like I said, I just want to promote small businesses and give them an opportunity to get in front of members.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very good. You get there, just go to the rvadvisor.com and scroll down. You'll see Dan Marino, and you scroll down there and you can hop on the social site and sign up or log in and join in on the party. Best way we can describe it. For Gigi Stetler, I'm Tom Alexander. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time right here on Just Ask Gigi. So long, everybody.